Books that I own but have no interest in reading. And remember, if we're going to have a discussion about this in the comments, keep it as a discussion. Don't be mean, don't be rude, whether you agree or disagree with myself or other people, because remember, you did not write these books, so no need to be aggressive in the comments, because that's kind of embarrassing. Anyways, we might as well start it off strong. Break some people's hearts. Fourth Wing. I have read the first and second book. The third book I listened to audio. I stopped about 80-90% through. I could have found out the ending, and I realised I did not care. I didn't understand what the hell was going on. The first book, this book, amazing. When characters started dying, I realised I actually didn't care. My eyes were dry as anything. I have no interest. Anything else by Colleen Hoover. I am so thankful that Colleen Hoover got me into reading this book. You can tell, I carried it around me for a long while. I was like, I'm going to read. Eventually, I read this book about 3 years ago, and ever since then, I have not stopped reading. However, I feel like I've grown out of Colleen Hoover's books. These are great for beginner books, but not for where I am at now. Sorry, Colleen Hoover. Next, anything by Elsie Silver. Read partially the first bit, and then I had to audiobook the rest just to get through it. He doesn't like milk, and she's supposed to look after a grumpy man who doesn't like milk, and he's supposed to get milk brandles. Like, what the fuck? I don't care. Elsie was not happy. Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I partially enjoyed the first book, and I don't think the series is bad by any means. I just don't think I'm into, like, murder mysteries like this. I didn't care for the two main characters at all. It just didn't do it for me, and that's okay. Any books like these class as mum books. They are so mum books that I actually gave this book to my mum when she went on holiday. I think these were massive on BookTok at one point, but I think I bought them because I just got into reading. I've heard the Aaron guy in this is supposed to be amazing. But I know, I'm sorry. Anything by Emily Henry. Born right at the start of the reading journey as well. Anything in the first 6 months, I was just buying everything now super popular on BookTok. And I tried to read, I think it was this book, and I just didn't care. And I tried to restart this book as well, and I just didn't care. Maybe not for me. Anything by Ali Hazelwood. Once again, I bought these books at the start of my BookTok journey. I've heard a lot of good things about this book, to be fair. I'm reading more fantasy. I'm reading, like, more dark romance, like thriller and stuff like that. I feel like my TBR is too big, and this is so far back on my TBR. Every time I go a bit through my TBR, more books get added to my TBR, and it's things like fantasy, and something like this just wouldn't do it more than a good old fantasy book. Once again, anything again by Anna Hong. Really enjoyed the first 2 books in the Twisted series, but it's the same as before. My TBR is getting too big, and I would love to finish the Twisted series, and I bought this book because I thought I was going to finish the Twisted series really quickly. Okay, the Devil's Night series. I thought this series was super cheesy. It's a bunch of teenage boys, or early 20s or late teens, and they go to that old school, and they wear, like, masks and that, and all the teachers know who they are, and the day before Halloween or whatever, they're like, I can't deal with it. I'm so sorry. Don't you know what the series is called? Oh, the Raven Hood trilogy. I've heard so many good things about this series, but I read this book and I felt like the plot I didn't really care about that much. I loved the spy scene. Apparently it's supposed to be a really heartbreaking series, but if I don't care about the first book, it's not going to be heartbreaking because I'm not going to care about the characters and whatever happens to them in the second and third book. So yeah, sorry, Raven Hood trilogy.